up everyone? So today's movie I'm discussing on the channel is the sophomore feature of Zach Creggers called Weapons. When all but one child from the same class mysteriously vanish on the same night at exactly the same time, a community is left questioning who or what is behind the disappearance. Zach Creggers' first film, Barbarian, was a hell of a ride, and I'm glad to say that Weapons is just as wild. The marketing for this film has been brilliant because while it certainly set a particular atmosphere looking at the trailers for this film, when I sat down to watch it, I got something completely unexpected, but in a good way. This movie is insanely entertaining. Like, it's not without its faults, but it prompted so many reactions out of me as I was watching it. It's a completely original story written by Zach Creggers, so already he gets bonus points for that. The premise of 17 kids, all from the same class, getting up in the middle of the night and then disappearing into the darkness was so creepy, but it also gives us, the audience, a gripping mystery to solve. The story is told in 6 different chapters, each one from the point of view of a different character. The first one is the teacher of the class that went missing, Miss Gandy, who's played by Julia Garner, and the last chapter is the one boy who didn't go missing with the rest of his classmates, called Alex, and he's played by Kerry Christopher. But yeah, each chapter loosely weaves into the next one, painting a bigger and broader picture of just exactly what happened. Well, for the most, I'd say. Like, I did leave this film still with a bunch of unanswered questions, none of which I can actually go into too much detail about because this is a spoiler-free review, and this is definitely a movie where the less you know about it going into it, the better. So yeah, I'm not going to give away too much in this review. So yeah, it's going to be a bread and butter review, give you my positives and my negatives, and I'm going to tell you to go watch it. To start off, all the performances in this were great. Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, Alden Erenreich, all fantastic, but a special shout out to Amy Madigan. I have never seen this actress in anything before, but she was definitely the standout in this film. She plays this character called Gladys. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if her character Gladys ends up being like a popular Halloween costume going forward, because she has like very crazy red hair, like blue eyeshadow, like smeared lipstick. But yeah, Amy Madigan really brought her to life, so well done to her. Also, I think Zach Creggers is a fantastic director. Like, technically, the way he shoots and moves a camera around a scene is just really engaging. But Creggers also manages to craft this very unique atmosphere. He's very good at mixing creepy horror with black comedy, because there is a couple scenes in this where the tension is excruciating. Like, I won't go into too much detail, but there is one scene involving a car at night and someone coming out a door, and the whole time I was just like doing Macaulay Culkin face, you know, at Home Alone, just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, but at the same time, I was laughing because the whole situation was just so funny as well. But yeah, Creggers is one of the few horror directors who I actually don't mind doing jump scares, because when he does jump scares, they're really effective and they don't feel cheap. There's a couple in this film. One of them I nearly shat myself. So yeah, for all you aspiring horror filmmakers, if you want to do a jump scare, watch Creggers' work and take notes. So yeah, massive props to Zach Creggers. I thought he did a fantastic job directing this film. I like that he took a risk with how he structured it, with the 6 different vantage points of the characters, telling one big story. He has made a wildly entertaining film, 2 actually now. But what I think Creggers struggles a little bit with Weapons is with the script and with some minor pacing issues in the last third of this film. I will say it is well written, it's just, I think a few of the character threads were a little bit underbaked. Like, I feel like we could have used a little bit more of Alden Ehrenreich's cop, Paul, and his wife, Donna. She's played by June Diane Raphael, and yeah, she didn't really get a whole lot to do in this, other than throwing some vodka over another character, but yeah, I didn't feel like I got much sense of who she was. And like I said, I do think there is a slight pacing issue in the last third of this film, more so the last chapter, which is the kid Alex's point of view. Up until that chapter, I thought this movie was very well paced, very engaging, but I do think Alex's chapter does slightly derail the momentum of the film a little bit. It felt like it was dragging in places. This movie is 2 hours long, and for me, it kind of felt like we needed to get to the conclusion a little bit faster. But I will say, after we do get some of those questions answered, it all does accumulate in a climax, which is batshit crazy, okay? Like, it's the type of ending which kind of left me speechless. As for other negatives, there was some pretty blatant product placement throughout this film. Like, this movie is brought to you by Coca-Cola and Campbell's Soup. And I will say, when it comes to the imagery in this film, some of it was brilliant. Like, the whole imagery of the kids running out of the house in the night, like with their arms out like little airplanes, was very chilling. But then there was some other stuff in this where I didn't know if I liked it or not. I thought it was a bit clunky. Like there's this dream sequence with Josh Brolin's character who looks up into the sky above his house and he's like seeing a gun in the clouds, but it has the number 217 on it, which is the time the kids went out of the house. And I was like, okay, we're looking at a literal weapon, the title of the film. Is it going to come back around again? No. So I don't know what the significance really was of that, other than it's loosely related to the title. So yeah, I'm not sure if the film needed it. But anyway, shall we ask them 3 questions? Firstly, would I watch it again? Definitely. Like Barbarian, this is another film that I will be adding to my collection and watching again at some point. Question 2, do I recommend it for you guys? Yes, but obviously this film is not for everybody. If you're not a fan of scary movies, then yeah, stay away from this one. There is some pretty messed up stuff in here. But yeah, if you are a fan of the horror genre, I think Weapons will be a highlight of 2025 for horror movie fans. It's got mystery, it's got tension, it's got very black comedy, great performances, and some truly scary moments in it. So yeah, I do recommend this one, and I do say go watch it with a crowd. This is definitely a crowd movie. And third question, what score would I give it out of 10? A thoroughly entertaining second feature from Zach Creggers. He is definitely proving himself to be another exciting contemporary horror storyteller, along with the likes of Rose Glass, Ari Aster, Jordan Peele, Robert Eggers, and the Filippo brothers. That's another film that's out in UK cinemas right now. Bring Her Back, amazing. Highly recommend that. They make a great double bill with Weapons, I'll say that. I do think the third act of Weapons is a little baggy, and I would have liked a few more questions answered. But nonetheless, this movie was so much fun to watch, and it's an experience I won't be forgetting anytime soon, so I'm gonna give Weapons a score of 7.5 out of 10. But as always, guys, it is just one bloke's opinion. I would love to hear your thoughts on Weapons. Have you seen it? Did you like it? Do you think it's better than Barbarian? Do you prefer Barbarian maybe? Whatever you have to say, let your voice be heard in that comment section down below. If you enjoyed the vid, help me out by hitting that little thumbs up button for me. If you want more movie, TV, and Oscars-related content, never forget to click that subscribe button. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. For more things related to movies, TV, the Oscars, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Hearfield, and I'll see you next time.